Very good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, last week I couldn't upload the video because I was busy somewhere else. So, in today's video, I will be talking about deploying an Streamlit application inside a Docker. So, you can see I have created a Docker file. I have the command streamlit run home.py. Home.py is the basic one that we have used in the previous tutorial. Let's go to the output. So the output would be like this one. See how we can say like it's running from the Docker. So here is the Docker desktop. Inside that we can see the Docker container is running and with the port 8502. If I will be clicking on the link, it will be moving to the localhost 8502. So you can see here like nothing is running from here, just like in previous week 2, that a Streamlit needed to be run from here, right? So let's move a stepwise step. So first step is install Docker. So Docker will be installed from here, then follow the instruction and Docker will be installed. Right after installing the Docker, we need to write a file called Docker file. This file doesn't contain any extension and it should be put inside the root folder. So in the previous videos you can observe that all the stuffs like Streamlit home, requirement.txt and utils were in the main folder, the root folder, but now I have only kept all the required stuff that is needed to build a project in an app directory. So here you are free to choose any name. For example, you can say like you are trying to keep it in Streamlit app, right? So it's okay, so you can rename the app directory. Again, we will be not going to keep our environment inside the Docker, so I just left it out. Same is the case with git ignore, right? I have created this markdown to instruct you how to use nginx here, right? This was the nginx config that was used in the previous uh, tutorial. Now let's move. So let's see what's inside the Docker file. So inside Docker file we have used Python, that's the required one of the latest version. So it will pull an image from the Docker hub with the latest version. Second, I have put maintainer equal to my name. So stit is honey is like username I use everywhere, right? This is the working directory. I will explain what is the working directory, why I kept it this one, right? So the step is clone an image of Python, label it. It's optional, not necessary. Create a working directory for you, like it will be creating a working directory inside your Docker file, right? Then copy slash app. So slash dot slash app is this folder, right? The application folder here. So while if you are copying dot slash app, it means all the content from this app will be, this directory will be copied to the working directory. When we do work directory, so it means the default path inside the Docker will be set to this directory. Okay, after that we will be requiring some of the modules that need to run. For example, let's see, like we have pandas and streamlit that is needed for the project. So here we have used run pip install. So this is the basic command that is to install the modules inside from requirement.txt file. So I am running this on Docker. Next, after after this the project will be set up, like we will be having all the codes inside this directory. After that we have installed our all the requirements. Then let's run the application. So we will be using streamlit run and home.py. the the data, the expose is 8502. What does it mean? Like the output will be, the output of the docker will be connected with the port 8502, so it's a port forwarding, right? After the, since I have created one before, so after this let's clear it. After you have completed this docker file, so we will be uh, using a command docker build. So docker build is, will be creating a build with this python image, and it will creating a container with this python image and your code, and that will be self sufficient to run inside its own environment. So here I have used docker build, hyphen t is the tag, python streamlit app is the name of the tag, and dot. So dot is like the current directory that I am in. Like here we are in, let's see we are in Streamlit deployment. So uh, in current directory it will be looking for a docker file this name, right? So if you will be running the command docker build, this will here you can put the path, right, of the root folder where it contains the docker file. So make sure when you are running it, docker file should be present in that folder, right? After that, if I will be hitting, so it will get some image and it will install all the requirement directories. So if you can see, so it's caches, like work is caches, copies cache, run pip install dot r requirement dot text is cached over here. So we are having all the stuff. If you are not having all this stuff, so it will take a little bit. After that, after build we will be running the docker. So we are having docker run minus t will be used when uh, it stops the execution. Suppose if I am not using minus t, right? So it's used for silent run if I am not using here minus t. So see, okay, so the port is already located, right? So it won't run, no need to worry. I will stop the docker. So inside docker you can see my docker is running here, right? So you can stop it. I will be deleting all the files, so I will show you. So we are not having any containers here, right? We are having images. Let's refresh it. Let's delete everything. You can do the same using commands as well. You can explore the docker commands. Let's create a build. So the build is okay, we are having the build. Let's run the command without t, without hyphen d, right? So you can see that it's when you will be clicking, okay, the docker have launched, and you can click on this image to see the Streamlit deployment. But here sorry but here you can see, like the here the screen is like hanged. We want to run this entire process in the background, so for that we will be using hyphen d here. So hyphen d will be used to run this entire Streamlit application using docker in the background. See, now we can do our rest of the works here, anything, right? And whenever we'll be coming here, you can see it's still running. Now moving to the why we have used this one, what does this two statement do all three, right? So when we are saying like work directory is user Streamlit source, so let's move here. View package and okay, let me refresh it. Okay, so inside container, one is useful, so delete forever. Okay, so let's go here and view files. So you will see this is the structure of an OS. Inside user, inside Streamlit app, and inside source, we are having the code that we have copied, right? The home.py, Streamlit.py, and utils. So you can see here. So all the code is set. It's uh it's already say we can say copied to the path. Everything that we need, everything is here. We do not need to run each time from the code to run the Python app. And the the deployment will be, once it's running, the deployment will be taken care by the service, Docker service, and whenever the system starts or restarts, then only it will be stopping or it will be restarting, right? So uh, that's all for the Docker tutorial. You have shown, you see like how we can use Docker to deploy an streaming application. Feel free to connect and comment for anything that you require over here. So thank you guys, that's it for today. Next, in next video I will be coming with installing the Streamlit inside the Docker, and inside the Docker we will be installing Nginx server as well, and I will be showing how to connect a Streamlit with Nginx server inside the Docker. So stay tuned. Thank you. Have a good day.